Mr. Parker. You're up early. Sleep well?
Not really. The heat. Did you know the air conditioning in the guest quarters is not working?
Oh, it's working all right, Mr. Parker. We just don't have it switched on.
Don't have it? Why not, for heaven's sake?
Because it uses up far too much electricity.
But surely I'm
sorry, Mr. Parker. But every penny counts. And I'm surprised that an FCO inspector such as yourself, sent out here to reduce our overheads, is unable to suffer a few days' physical discomfort in the cause of greater economies. Excuse me.
It won't work, Miss Farrington.
It won't work, Mr. Parker.
Your, if I may say so, rather transparent attempt to convince me that your budget for running this consulate is already cut to the bone.
Oh, not to the bone, Mr. Parker. To the marrow.
Nonsense. I have already spotted at least half a dozen areas in which economies could be made. The food and drinks bill, for instance.
I quite agree.
You do?
Certainly. If we were to cut down on some of the food and duty-free alcohol consumed by the average FCO inspector during his visit here, we should make very substantial savings indeed.
But that's not very helpful, Miss Farrington.
Neither is your appetite for the good life, Mr. Parker. And at this consulate's expense, I trust that that will be reflected in your final report.
Buenos dias, senor.
Name's Sanchez?
No, my name is Sanchez. Your name is...
I know what my name is, man. And do stop this car-cleaning charade. I'm not impressed.
Senor, it would give me great pleasure to entertain in conversation Your Excellency from London, but I have much work to do. Therefore, perdóneme, por favor. Charade? What is charade?
A performance, sir. An act. A rendimento to try and convince me that you are essential for the smooth running of this consulate. And not just another expendable item.
Item? I am not an item. I am cleaner, cook, chauffeur. I am all around very nice presence. Ask anybody.
Where are you?
Anybody except him.
Morning, Mr. Parker. Sanchez, where's my coffee?
I get it. Capitan. Mincha.
Can I offer you a cup of coffee, Mr. Parker? Personally, I never start the day without one.
No, thank you. I started the day 2 hours ago.
Yes, when I say start the day, I meant start the day here at the consulate. I've actually been at it ever since the crack of dawn, of course.
At it?
It was on the job.
On the job?
Out there, in the field.
In the field?
Mr. Parker?
Yes?
May I ask why you find it necessary to repeat everything I say?
I simply want to be quite sure I'm hearing you correctly.
Well, you're a bit mutton, Jeff, are you? Well, should we say? Is this better? What do you want to know?
Major?
Yes.
How long have you been out here in all this mess?
About 2 years. Why do... Oh, sorry.
About 2 years! Why do you want to that?
There's to be some explanation for your extraordinary behavior.
What?
What else would you call this sudden urge to raise your voice to me? Let alone your strange compulsion to acquaint a perfect stranger with all the sordid details of your early morning love life.
What?
Though strictly speaking, your mental condition is not within my brief. In my opinion, you are in urgent need of medical attention, and I intend to inform Miss Farrington accordingly. Excuse me.
It's absolutely massive. Now, really, Harriet, Miss Farrington, the man is as mad as a hatter. He's
said exactly the same thing about you 10 minutes ago. I'd like to know why.
Oh, God, it takes one to know.
Now, look here.
Annie, I called this meeting to discuss the P.J. Parker problem and what it would mean to us if he decided to reduce our budget substantially.
Well, how substantially?
Well, it would certainly mean reducing our personnel by at least one. The question is, who would be the most probable candidate, the one that we would miss the least?
Yes, yeah, that's a very tricky one. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, what are you looking at me for?
Well, no one's indispensable, Percy.
Oh, no. May I remind you, I'm in charge of intelligence here.
I rest my case.
She's always putting me down, a little dig, the knee and the groin.
The knee and the groin? Oh, come on, Percy. I'm a vice consul, not an all-in wrestler. All I said
Let's keep to the point, shall we?
I quite agree. Situation calls for some clear thinking and decisive action, and I'm just the man to do it. Right, right.
My God, Percy, you're damned attractive when you're being macho. Oh, the frog has turned into a prince.
Annie.
My lips are sealed.
And pigs can fly. Miss Farrington is right. The point is that unless we, because if we don't, and on the other hand, what exactly was the point, Miss Farrington?
It's frog time again.
The point is, we simply have to persuade Mr. P.J. Parker that we need a larger budget, not a smaller one.
Well, how do you propose that we do that?
God knows. Appeal to his better nature, assuming he has one.
Well, we could always try bribery and corruption. Or, if all else fails, we could offer him our bodies.
Yeah.
Offer him your bodies? Oh, good grief, we're supposed to ingratiate ourselves with a man when we're not send him screaming off into the night. Oh, offer him your bodies. That's the funniest, most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. When I say ridiculous, what I really meant was...
I think we know what you meant, Major. But you seem to have misunderstood what Miss Begley meant when she jokingly said, offer him our bodies.
Who's joking?
She didn't mean our bodies as such, Major. Did you, Annie?
Didn't I?
No, she meant your body, Major.
My body?
Oh, yes, of course, didn't you know? Mr. P.J. Parker is, well, you know.
Oh, just my luck.
He's gay?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, that's what you meant, isn't it?
But what I am saying is we mustn't dismiss Miss Begley's suggestion out of hand. I know it's a lot to ask, Major, but you could be our only hope.
Our only hope? You actually want... That is the most outrageous thing I've ever heard. How could you possibly? The mere thought is... And you're supposed to be Her Britannic Majesty's Consul General.
Am I to take it that you're not awfully keen on the idea?
Take it any way you want. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for a meeting with one of my men.
One of your men?
Now, look. You know what I mean. One of my agents. My God, I'm supposed to be the one that's balmy.
Is he really?
What?
Gay.
Percy?
Parker.
With a face as miserable as his, I very much doubt it.
Well, then why did
You
you
know
give us...
perfectly well why, Annie. It was Percy's attitude, the way he was laughing at us. We're not all that old, Annie, all that unattractive, are we?
Well, you're certainly not. I mean, as for me, well, I think I am due for an overhaul. It's years since I've even had a road test.
Well, I must go and change. I promised Mr. P.J. Parker I'd show him round the vice consulates.
I'll see you at dinner, then.
How long to get to the vice consulate?
As long as a donkey's ding-dong.
I beg your pardon?
If there is no road construction, if the car starts all right, if we don't get stopped by no banditos, maybe 1, maybe 3 hours.
Banditos? They still have bandits in this country?
Gee, it's a big business over here. I come from a long line of banditos.
I believe it.
But I no like the work. 2 long hours, no perks, no pensions.
What's the police doing about them?
The policia, they're the biggest banditos of all. Buenas tardes, generalissimo.
Shut up, Sanchez.
Major.
From what I've heard, you'd like a lot more than that, Mr. Parker. Or should I say, Miss? Miss? You admit it? My God, you just don't care, do you? You'll find you've got the wrong caballero this time, amigo.
Major, I don't know what's going on in that head of yours, but Major, please.
Oh, you lay just one finger on me, just one. It'll be the last thing you do, comprendo?
Major, please.
You get back, get back. Watch these hands, watch them. They're lethal weapons. Just one blow, just one. Ah. Right, sweetheart.
Sweetheart?
Oh, my God.
Mad. Utterly and totally mad. Oh, don't start that again. Just put the flag where it belongs.
The flag? What flag?
The Consul General's flag. On the bonnet. I assume we do have a flag.
Oh! You mean this flag?
That is designed to fix on the bonnet, is it not?
Si, senor.
Well, fix the thing there.
But, senor, Her Excellency, she not want people to know that she is the British Consul General.
She doesn't? Why not, for heaven's sake?
Because many Consul Generals sequestro, kidnapped. She no want to be kidnapped. I no want to be kidnapped.
Well, that's hardly likely in a place like this, is it? And I'm afraid the regulations clearly state the Consul General's official car must fly the flag on all occasions.
But, senor...
No, but, Sanchez, as an FCO inspector, I simply cannot close my eyes to a deliberate breach of the rules. In other words...
Stick it. Stick it. The flag on the bonnet.
Ah, yes, right.
Do this, Sanchez. Do that, Sanchez. Come here, Sanchez. Go there, Sanchez. Be quiet, Sanchez.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Parker. Shall we go?
Hello? I'm sorry, the consulate is closed. What? Good grief. When? Oh, my God. But Percy! Percy, quickly! Yes, Captain, I quite understand.
What are we shouting about?
It's the police. They found Harriet's car abandoned on the Ho Chi Minh Road. They think she's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yes.
What's a pair of them? Her and P.J. Parker? That's absolutely... terrible, that's terrible.
Yes, I'm still here, Captain.
This is an outrage. Why pick on us, for heaven's sake?
Why, indeed. Which reminds me, whose bright idea was it to put the flag on the bonnet of my car?
Oh, si, Excellency, that reminds me too, senor.
Yes.
This is all your fault, stupido! Get him up, if I haven't seen
Yes, that'll do.
I kill the idiot!
Sanchez! Violence never got us anywhere.
No, but it makes you feel pretty good. No? Bastardo!
I'm sorry about the flag. I mean, just because I made an error of judgment.
An error of judgment, Mr. Parker. Until today, I'd always thought that Major Willoughby Gore was the greatest pillock in the diplomatic service. But in you, I see a very close contender for the title. And if we ever get out of here, alive, that is.
Oh, why shouldn't we get out of here alive? I mean, all they want is a ransom, don't they?
What's going to happen if they don't get it?
What are you talking about? I mean, the good old British Foreign Office wouldn't abandon its own kith and kin for the sake of a few thousand quid.
But it's not the FO's decision, is it?
Well, whose decision is it then? Oh, my God, it's Mrs. Thatcher's. We're dead. Finished.
Speak for yourself, senor. No bandito ever got the better of Fidel Sanchez.
Well said, Sanchez. And what are you going to do about it?
The only thing I can do about it, join their side. Esto es español. Alberto, por favor, I am not with the English.
Good. Of all the people to be in a tight spot with, I have to pick a couple of wimps like you. Now, out of my way, Sanchez. I say, you out there, this is the British Consul General speaking, Le Consulado Britannico. I wish to speak to your leader. Bring him here immediately. Comprendo?
Excellency, come when he is ready, and not before. He's ready.
I am Martinez.
You are the leader.
No, I am the cookess. Dinner is a servant.
We're not hungry, thank you.
Oh, yes, I am. No, I'm not.
We can't eat that much. I wouldn't feed that to a pig.
A pig, senor? Un puerco? I never give to a pig. I try, but they don't like it also. Bueno appetito.
Salud.
Come back here. I'm glad to see you have a sense of humor, Senor Martinez, because you're going to need one when this is all over. You and your motley band of cutthroats. Now get rid of that disgusting stuff. And tell your leader I want to see him here immediately.
You know here.
Where is he?
He is in the town, in the church. He makes his confessions.
Confessions?
See, our leader is very religious man.
Oh, thank the Lord for that. You see, I said you would exaggerate in the situation.
And he said it to tell you, he come here straight from the church tonight, and then he shooted you.
Oh, my God, I can't stand it.
Your little joke.
See, mucho comico, no?
No.
No.
Now sit down. You and I are going to have a little chat.
Oh, no, sienti. Sorry, señorita. I have much to do.
I said sit down, you seedy, unpleasant little man.
And I said, no. I am Pedro Martinez, not your little doggies.
Sit! Now, you and I are going to talk about your big day, Senor Martinez.
My big days? Oh, you mean when I get my share of the ransoms monies?
The ransom's money?
No ransoms money?
No, not a cent.
What is these big days?
The day they put the rope round your neck for the murder of the British Consul General. And make no mistake, they'll get you, every single one of you. They're out there now looking for you. The police, the military, the British intelligence, all working flat out to find the kidnappers of the British Consul General and bring them to justice.
Oh, wouldn't get many of you to the pond, would they, darling?
Good grief, what a place to stick a staple.
Any news?
No news
Nothing
just a
from
moment.
those agents of yours. I mean, they're supposed to know about everything that's going on around here.
Well, they do normally, but this is a very tricky situation, and, they have to tread softly to catch these particular monkeys. Thanks a lot. If they push too hard, they'll make the bandits panic. I don't have to draw you a picture, do I?
Oh, dear.
Then it'll be curtains for Harriet and Co. Blindfold across the eyes, a last fag, gentle squeeze on the trigger finger, and long last journey off to the great Foreign Office in the sky.
I think you didn't have to draw a picture for me.
Well, I really got just carried away, that's all.
Well, at least we know Harriet hasn't been carried away. Well, at least not yet. So we can still hope, can't we?
Hope for what?
Well, I mean that she'll be returned to us safely.
Oh, yes. Well, that would be wonderful.
Well, I think of poor Harriet. Locked up there, depressed, hungry, tired, frightened. Locked up some dingy little room full of fleas, flies and mosquitoes.
Oh, yes, indeed. God, she must be going through hell.
Have eyes with me.
Please, señorita, I must to go.
I haven't finished with you, Martinez. And we can do without the requiem. Thank you, Mr. Parker.
Hey, amigo, this manetta is no bad.
Don't tell to me. Tell to the piggies, okay? Please, señorita, what you want from me?
You know perfectly well what I want, Martinez, and I've come to the conclusion that under that extremely unsavory exterior, there's a very decent chap.
Oh, no, you're wrong, señorita. I am very indecent chaps. I am bandido, no?
But still a man for all that, eh? With a man's heart, a man's feelings, a man's needs.
A man's needs? Oh, now I know what you want from me.
Well, then do get on with it, please, Senor Martinez. I appeal to you. Let us out of here.
Oh, see, you appeal to me very much, senorita. But how can we get on with it? We are not alone. Let you out from here. This is what you want from me.
Well, of course, what else?
Well, what about my needs, my feelings?
Well, I understand how unhappy you must be.
Who is unhappy?
You are. This is no way for a man like you to live. Robbing, stealing, killing, living like a wild animal, no wife, no family, no mother. Well, what made you become a bandit in the first place?
To get away from my wife, my family, and my mother. Because they drive me loco, just like you do now. And anyway, it's too late. El Codillo is here.
Oh, God, this is it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh.
We heard you the first time, Mr. Parker. Now, come on, pull yourself together. Behave like an Englishman.
It's all right for you. You're a woman. You've got a little trade for your life.
Like what?
Well, I don't mean your Swiss Army penknife.
Oh, yes, why didn't I think of that?
I thought you had 5 minutes ago.
Not that it'll make any difference. He probably won't fancy you anyway.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Parker. And they say that chivalry is dead. Sanchez, how about you? Any last words of encouragement before we go to meet our maker?
Only sorry, Excellencia.
What for?
For the big fiddles I make in the kitchen account. For the whiskey I watered down, the gasolina I steal from the car. And everything. Please say you forgive me.
Well, I'll forgive you this time. But next time, what am I saying?
He is here. The lions from the jungle.
Oh, Lord.
Hostia!
Oh, well,
Where's tarde, El Leone?
La. El hombre de consulado.
Yo.
Hello.
El chofer.
Aquí.
Oh.
Tío José.
¿Qué?
Estoy Fidel Sánchez.
¿Fidel?
Sí, ¿qué pasa, tío?
¡Fidel! ¿Cómo es la madre?
Muy bien. It's my uncle,
my uncle! What a stroke of luck!
It's no luck. I told you I was from a long line of banditos.
¡Usted venir conmigo, Fidel!
¿Qué te pasa? I must go talk to my uncle, excuse Excellencia.
Oh, you are very lucky, senorita. El Leone, he never shooted friends or families. Well, nearly always never.
Does that mean they let us go?
Well, if it does, Mr. Parker, you and I have got to come to a little arrangement.
What arrangement?
About the consulate expenses. Unless you want me to make a full report to London about your cowardly behavior, under fire, book, chapter, and worse.
Don't you mean verse?
I know what I mean, Mr. Parker. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then let us begin.
Welcome back, Miss Farrington.
Thank you, Annie.
What is the matter with Sanchez?
Oh, he's just remembered that he told me all about his little fiddles. What's the matter with Percy?
He's just realized that he won't be taking over as Consul General. And what is the matter with Mr. Parker?
Oh, he's just agreed to recommend that our annual budget be substantially increased. Cheers, gentlemen.
But that's marvelous, Harriet. How did you manage to do it? And how did you manage to let that bandit chief let you go?
How do you think? Well, time for bed. Good night, gentlemen.
Harriet, you didn't.
Good night, Annie.
Harriet, you couldn't.